Yeah, we start off with the build, as always. We're just LARPing as a knight here because we're not really, this is the last battle of, Chapter 1, so... Yeah, this is before we get, the actual equipments that, Ramza can get, so last, lame chapter. We're gonna use, Charge here. I think a lot of people just, throw down too much disrespect on the Archer class, and we also have Jump +1 for a little cheeky strat, but... There's gonna be like 2 minutes of just dead time here, you know. It's just the cutscenes going on, and my original idea was just to use a black mage, but somebody, Mr. Variant, had pointed out that Fort Zeekton, you don't get the Blizzard bonus, unlike in the Thieves Fort and Dorder Trade City. When you first visit them, you get the thunder bonus for that. You could tell that that's working because Blizzard doesn't get a bonus on those maps, and Thunder does, and Fire gets a penalty. So you'll see different damage for each of them. Fire will be the lowest, Blizzard will be mid, and then Thunder will be high. But you don't get the 25% bonus on this map. There's only 2 maps that you get the Blizzard bonus on, and they come in Chapter 4, unfortunately. They're part of the story. There's no maps that have any snow on them at all in the random battles, so I had to go with a different building, which is unfortunate because I wanted to make a whole bunch of Mr. Freeze jokes about what killed... what's the Arnold voice? What killed Argath? The Ice Age! You know, just make dumb jokes like that, so... Unfortunately... So I just went with a melee build instead, and we're going to use Charge in this battle, and Charge +4. I don't know if Charge +5 would work against him. I didn't get to test it out because I didn't have enough JP, and I didn't feel like grinding it out at this point. So maybe the next time I do this, I'll see if I can get him with that. But, you know how Charge works. It just gives you... I think at Charge +4, it gives 5 times the weapon damage, so... I'm using an Iron Sword here, and I also made a blunder there. I meant to get Delita the battle boots and not the mantle, so that he could have gotten up to Argath's side and ended this battle a lot earlier. But I'm dumb. I do these blunders sometimes. But yeah, if you blink, you're gonna miss this whole battle here. But it does, I guess, go with the canonical ending where I guess Delita ruins Argath's face. But yeah, we're going to use Jump +1 here to clear this and get on this side of Argath, and then we're going to lay into him. And since that mage is charging up a spell, Argath's also going to get hit by that. And if he had gotten hit by Delita, he probably would have gotten knocked out here. But sometimes this mage will go for Delita, and it just seems to be a Zodiac compatibility. You know, they decide... I don't know the compatibilities on Taurus. I just looked it up, and Taurus and Capricorn are like the best, quote-unquote, but Sagittarius, which Delita is probably the worst sign to pick in the game. If you make Ramza a Sagittarius, you're gonna have a tough time, as you have damage penalties to most of the bosses, and it's just gonna be very, very rough. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to do solos, especially against some of the Zodiac bosses, because they run through their MP pretty quick because summons are pretty costly. But yeah, I like how he's like, I'm gonna kill you here, and then he runs up and kills him. And then that's the end of the battle. But I think people are gonna get mad at me for these cheeky charge strats that they probably frown on. You know, my very, very pedestrian strats right here that allow me to go in and do solos. But yeah, that's all that Argath could offer us.